Awesome. Yeah, how are you?
Good, good, good. How about you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for hopping on with me today. I'm excited to chat. So, this call is like pretty simple. Really, we want to just kind of get like you're a rock star student, and we want to make
Oh,
sure
thank
that,
you.
yeah, for sure. So that's why we have you on. So we want to make sure that we understand like your journey, and then we want to make sure that you have this video for yourself to understand, so you can go back and figure out, oh my gosh, like this is how far I've come. So
hmm
with that being said, I'd like to just start off with like maybe you could give us like a quick introduction of like yourself, your name, how long you've been doing UGC for, and kind of go from there.
Sure. So, my name is Ruby. I'm a 30-year-old millennial mom to a 1-year-old boy based off Las Vegas, Nevada. I do aesthetic nursing on the side. I'm a part time nurse, but I've always wanted to do more stuff on the side, but potentially, of course, make it like a business because priorities have changed. And I think family life is more rich to me. It makes me feel more rich, and I want to
Uh
make
huh.
sure I see my son. I got to see his first steps. I get to see his first teeth. I don't want to miss that. So
Mm-hmm.
things change. So I love UGC because I get to do more of a creative outlet,
How long have
and
you been a creator for?
about like a year, a
A
year
year.
now. Yeah, I started Amazon influencer first, and gosh, looking at those videos, I'm just like, wow, I've come a
Ha
long
ha ha.
way. But I started around, I would like to say August. Like right now, it is August. So yeah, it's about a year.
Oh wow. Okay. So I guess like you said you're I was just about to ask like what were you doing before this, and were you working a regular job, but you kind of answered that you're a nurse, right? And then you
hmm
did Amazon stuff. Anything
Yes.
else?
TikTok here and there, but it's just like it didn't grow as much as I wanted to because it would be nice to have something really to fall back if I were to like step out of a corporate job. It'd be nice to have your own business for sure.
For sure. And and now you're a part-time UGC creator, and what's essentially your status like with your job? Are you looking to quit? Are you what does that kind of look like?
I want to be able to make my own hours. So, yeah, I like the job, but I do have other friend nurses who have their own business. And it'd be
Mhm.
nice to be like, okay, bye. I could do something that I want to do here. I make my own hours. I want that more like freedom just because as a mom, I feel like that's my priority. I want to be like, no, I can't do that. But then UGC, I can do this at home. And I like that.
100%. And it's beautiful, that freedom of like being able to work whenever you want, wherever you want. It's a,
Mhm.
very beautiful thing to want to have. So with that being said, like my thought is like I'm curious about your journey, like because it's been pretty dramatic. So can you walk me through like how it kind of all started?
Oh gosh, when did I? If you really want to go in the beginning, I did YouTube before a long time, and gosh, I would be so shy on camera, and I would have like that tiny voice because I would be like so shy to even say it out loud. But then you have to embrace the cringe. If you don't look at yourself in the camera, it might not. UGC might not be for you, but I know there's like faceless out there, but I think you're gonna have to work a little bit more harder. But
Hmm.
the thing is, in the beginning, yeah, it's gonna be cringe. Now I embrace it. I feel like the more cringe, the better, because people are like they relate to the authenticity because of AI coming out, and I see that. I'm like, no, I'm gonna just be who I want to be. And
Yeah,
the journey has been an up and down roller coaster, especially when you have
mm,
a family. Yeah,
for sure.
and there's a lot of let's see if this works. No, that didn't work. But you pivot. If you don't, you got to persist and keep pursuing your dreams. If you keep saying, "Oh, I can't do it," then maybe it's not for you. But I know I want it, so that's why I keep going. I talk with you
For sure.
guys. I let you guys know what's going on with my life. If I can't make the calls, it could be because my baby, he's teething, he's crying. There's no way I'm going to concentrate. So it was great
Yeah,
to even be on this call.
for sure. Yeah, and we're so excited to have you. Like, really, like you said, you like transitioned from uh, Amazon videos to UGC. So how did you figure out like UGC existed when you're like doing the Amazon videos?
So as I was doing Amazon, I follow people on Instagram and everything, and I go, what the heck is UGC? I even Googled it. UGC, what is that? And I was like, maybe this is something I can do. And then went on Twitter, Reddit. I think that's where I found you. And then I was
Mm-hmm.
like, I think I really want to invest in doing this because Amazon was basically kind of like reviews. You just do
Mm-hmm.
reviews, but then there's a difference on that. So it kind of elevated once I found you when you told me, oh, you could do this, this, this. I'm like, okay, it could really be a business and I need to pivot and
What were
learn
your like
something
first,
new.
for sure, and what were your first like attempts like?
Oh gosh. For Amazon,
For like UGC, for UGC in general.
oh, my first attempts, just because I have to research, I'm like, how are people doing it? Because I don't know if I'm doing it correctly. And I
Yeah.
would be like, oh, I guess this is, you just talk about it. Okay. But then there's so many different avenues, like different angles. You could do an unboxing, but I feel like it's more sales, paid ad. I didn't even know that. And then when you told me about brand awareness, and I'm like, that sounds more like influencer, huh? Okay, so we got to do research. How do I do that?
Mm-hmm.
And then thank God you guys are, we have a good group. We have a good group.
100%. So I guess like what was your strategy before you even met me? Like what was your strategy back then? And how were you even approaching brands and how were you even going about UGC?
Oh gosh, I didn't even know how to approach brands. I was so like
Oh
new, and
wow.
I was like, they just, it was gifted, gift, gift, gift. I was like,
Gifted.
sure, because I was like, let's go do this, and I was taught. There's a thing on Amazon called Creator Connections. Message
Mm-hmm.
the brand, get a gift, and get a sample, and then make a video off of it. What started me, and I was like, okay, I'm just getting commission, possibly commission if somebody bought that. Yeah, it works. It still does, but it's not like that life changing money. There you go.
For
Like we
sure.
want. So it's there, but I'm just like, I know I could do better. This is just like I think I'm here. I need to step it up somewhere else. And again,
For
you
sure.
taught us a lot.
100%. And we'll dive into that in a second, but I'm curious, like, even like when you first started,
Hmm.
how long before you realized it wasn't as easy as like people were putting it out to be and like the influencers and gurus, made it seem?
Oh, I know. And they said, oh, just put your portfolio, go on Canva and do it like this. Get a free one. You're good. Okay. And then I was like, how do they find these deals? How? That's my biggest thing. I was like, how? Because all I'm getting is some random emails. Who knows if it's legit? And I'm like, how do I know if it's legit? And then there was some that now, I would research ChatGPT. Oh, just pay for shipping. I'm like, oh no, that sounds like a scam. If you're paying for something, and I didn't know where to really look, and so that's why I
Mm-hmm.
was like, let me go on Reddit. Maybe there's something there to learn. Sorry about that.
All good,
But
all good.
Google and Reddit helped a lot, but it's just it's hard when you're on your own. It really is, especially as a
Sure.
mom. I have to take care of a little one, and I can't keep going back and
The little
forth.
one in the background.
Yeah. I guess the
I'm
milk
sure a
is
lot of
finished.
viewers like watching this. I'm sure a lot of viewers watching this relate. Maybe they have babies in the background crying as well as they're watching this
Yeah.
video. So,
Hmm.
with that being said, okay, so like even those rough months where you're like, okay, wow, like everyone's like saying things, but they're not telling me how to do it, like you said, right? Like, what kept you going through those like hard and tough months at the beginning?
What kept me going is because I think about like, do I want to keep clocking in for the rest of my life and retire at 60 something? I always have that in the back of my mind, and I'm like, I don't think it's for me. I really don't think it's for me, and I want to do
Oh
something
wow.
that I want to do. that I
For
want to
sure.
make my own hours and build relationships with people. I'm making somebody else rich. I am. And it's just like I'm trading my time and energy to drive, commute. And I was like, can I just clock in at home? Boom. Or on your phone. Okay, this is me clocking in, something like that. That's my perspective in life.
Okay. So, okay. And then your beginning period between like, okay, I found out what UGC and content creation was before you kind of dove into the systems and everything that, we kind of preach. I guess that period, how long was kind of that period before you really locked in with UGC?
Oh, maybe I'm trying to remember. Because after I did a few months of Amazon and then TikTok shop, maybe 6 months in, when I
Six
was,
months.
yeah, in my journey of gifted, and then I
Yeah.
found,
And
talk
it's
to
very
you
tough being
about
a
it.
gifted creator. Yeah, it's very tough being a gifted creator because you're not getting paid for the work that you're putting in. So my question to you, just so I can get the full perspective, is like, first of all, that sounds extremely frustrating. Like,
Yeah.
what kept you going through those frustrating and tough months?
Family. I look at him and I go, I need to be home. And I want it to be sustainable where I'm just like, again, I don't want to commute to work. That's what kept me really going. I look at my
100%.
son and I'm like, and also my husband, he's a truck driver. I would love for him to be home, but he has to help sustain family life and he has to be gone. And that keeps me going too. And I'm just like, okay, I want this side business to be a full time business for me
Uh huh.
where I make my own time.
For
That's
sure.
the priority.
Yeah. And I feel like even the viewers that are watching this, I mean, everyone goes through that like mindset switch at different times, So like
Mm-hmm.
you personally were it's in that like frustrating gifted collab loop for like 6 months, right? So what finally made you realize like you needed to change your approach to UGC?
I needed to change because I was like, people I would see on Instagram again. There's too many information out there, right? I'm a
Uh,
guru. I'm a guru. I'm a guru. Who do you trust? It's like, how many people are in there? Are you going to really concentrate on me? So I'm just like, "Ah, I don't want to. No, I don't know about that one. And so it was frustrating to get the noise out. And of course, I have to talk with my husband about all the choices we make. But I
haha,
know he wants this business for me because he's like, I know you're trying, but let's see who's legit. I'm like, okay, let's look around, and then here we are.
100%. So how did you find out about me, or do you call any specific piece of like content that you read from like mine where you thought like, okay, that makes sense, or that's like a new perspective I should try out, or I've never heard from gurus before?
So again, I feel like Reddit is a good place where people just like the way you talk about UGC is a little bit different in it. I was like, huh, and then she's gonna schedule a call with me on like Calendly, and I was like, okay, let's just do it. Let's talk, and you were willing to sit and talk and look at me, and I'm like, okay, she's kind of different where others are just on DMs and stuff. So that
Yeah,
got me. And then, of course, talk with the husband. He was there too. He was like, okay, let's think about this. I'm like, all right. And then there you go.
100%. And then even like you said Reddit, you found me on Reddit, right? And I remember like going back and forth with you on Reddit. Was there anything about like my posts on Reddit that like made you like, I don't know, reach out?
I think I have to look back on it, but you were very specific on some things about like UGC as a business. How are you making or systems? There you go. Something about systems. And I'm like, okay, I don't have a system. How is she doing it?
Mm,
And I think you sent me like a sample of an email list. And I, briefly looked it and I was like, that sounds interesting. I think I need to step it up. I heard about like people building email lists, don't settle for a platform sometimes because you never
mm,
know. It's good to build your own email. You have your relationships, you have those brands. So I was
mm-hmm.
like, well, what I'm doing is just gifted. I feel like I'm good with the gifted. So I was like, I need to step it up. Let's not waste time. And then I just took the plunge.
100%. And I remember when you,
Mhm.
I think I remember our first conversation in Reddit, I think it was. And I remember going back and forth with you, maybe sending you material. But also, I remember our first call, you know,
Yeah.
and how you're talking about like your mindset shifts and oh my gosh, like systems and everything like that. You're kind of mind blown. So, like, can you
Hmm.
explain for the viewers watching this right now? Can you explain like that shift for people who might, be where you were in the past?
So if you want to keep going to like Google or YouTube, it's going to take a long time if you want to do that. For me, I just was like, no, I need the help. I know I want to take this a step further. And if
Mm,
somebody has something and willing, like you got to do it. Just
mm.
take it. I have the systems, just try it. And I was just like, out of all everybody that I'm, researching, you're the one hopped on a call, talked to me face to face. And I'm just like, I like that. I like that. It's like more
Why do
personal
you like it?
because you're right here. You're talking to me. And it's like the other ones are just like, oh, here's the course. Here you go. Buy it. I'm like, but I don't really know them. Am I just going to be another number?
Mm,
What else? It was more like hesitance. Here you're like, hey, what's going on? This is what we're going to do. I can help you. I'm going to show you. You just got to keep going. I got you the tools. Show up. And that's what we're doing. We're showing up.
100%. And then even like you said like okay, the systems was the first thing and like the brand calls and all these like new foreign concepts, right? Like that didn't make sense but now makes sense to you, you know?
Yes.
So I guess
Hmm.
how did you start? I know this might be loaded, but I want to understand your take and your progress. Like, how did you start applying this new way of thinking when you learned that?
Oh gosh. When did I start? Well, it was a lot to learn.
Mm-hmm.
I remember watching because you said try to finish the videos. I did it all in one day, but I didn't apply it yet. I just wanted to consume it all, and I was like, okay, I have to get this. I have to do that system, set it all up while taking care of a baby. But and then you're like, okay, do the challenge of make a video every day. I'm like, whoo, let's do it, and I did it.
Let's spice
and
it
then
up.
and then put it on your portfolios. And you have it. And then what I liked is we go on a call again. You're always there. Let's see that video. Oh, you can fix this up, make this. And I didn't know how. And I was like, let's do it again. Let's try to do that Zoom. Like you get into it like every step of the way. And I love that. Like who would do it? I was like, man, you go above and beyond for us, you know? So that's
Thank
what
you
I
so
like.
much. Yeah, thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
And there's nothing better than seeing students that make such progress and put in work. Because it's one thing when I give you something, it's another thing when I give you something, you actually take action on it,
Yeah.
right? So that's
Hmm.
beautiful. With that being said, for even the brand owners watching this that are curious about Rubie and her content, right? What would you say to brand owners who are, watching this podcast right now, or how would you describe like your services or your specialty or your niche, and why brands should choose Rubie over every other creator out there?
Oh gosh, that's a big question. Well, as an aesthetic nurse, I am very particular with skincare, beauty. That's just me. I'm good at that. But as a mother, I have a baby. I have a dog. He's making himself
There he
known.
goes. He wants to be a
I
UGC creator
know.
too.
Oh yeah, he'll be part of it. So what I love about UGC is that you can almost apply it to almost every niche, but my specialty again is skincare beauty just because I'm so familiar with it. But
Mm,
I am, well, diverse. I'm a nurse. I do what I got to do to make it on time, and I love the communication. So I just want everything to like go well, and I'm a little OCD. So I'm gonna be like, okay, because when I've done a brand call, I'll be like, What's the product? What's the service?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Who are your competitors? I'm pretty sure you know your competitors. Let me research their ads. Let's go. Okay. Where's your let me check your website. Let me check your Instagram. Are you even doing UGC? Are you doing influencers? Just little things like that. What, strategic UGC is about. So, that's what I would do like that.
100%. Beautiful. That's the right answer right there.
Yay.
But yeah, I'm glad you're taking brand calls, and I'm glad you're getting in touch with brands. I guess my question is like, what brands have you kind of worked with, or what niches?
So far, it's a lot of wellness. I had a wellness one. Um, I'm just gonna say it. I had a good wellness one with a massage chair that I couldn't say no to.
Yeah, for sure. I remember when you
I
sent me that screenshot.
I was like, is this real? And I did my own research on, the email and everything. I looked at their website. I was like, are they legit? I won't say anything until that chair is here.
Yeah,
And it came. So I was like, wow. Yeah, and he knows about it. And
he
so
loves it.
it's mostly a lot of wellness. I do get some skincare, but we're we're working on negotiating and stuff, but I'm doing a lot of wellness. I've had a one, I think, pet niche, but a lot, again, it's all wellness lifestyle.
Okay, beautiful. Yeah. So, I guess have you like my question is like, can you list any specific results like you've driven for like brands?
Any specific results? Say it
Yeah,
again.
like any like KPIs or views or sales that you know of, or you helped a brand
um
with.
I try to ask, but they haven't said anything yet, so I'm like, okay, I'll follow up with those, but I
Anything
haven't
on top of
gotten
your
those
head
yet.
that you might have seen?
No, I just get testimonials back, and I'm just like, okay,
Beautiful.
yeah.
Testimonials is better than like nothing, you
Something,
get that.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So I guess, okay, with
Sorry, I
that
just
being
had to
said,
check.
like, no worries, no worries. So like, I imagine like as you started learning these things, like your pitching, that changed dramatically too, right?
Yes,
So I guess
because
like break that down if you don't mind. Like how has that pitch or how has pitching like really changed for you as you're growing as a creator?
gosh, I didn't know how to pitch before. But it has changed a lot since UGCA. You guys have helped me a lot through how do I pitch with emails and just change it up and refine it with ChatGPT, of course. But it has changed, and then a lot of it's like in here because it's repetition, and then
Uh huh.
so that's what has changed. I still tweak it a little bit
I
whenever
assume you have a lot
it
more
happens.
volume as well, right? Because beforehand you weren't barely pitching, or you're doing maybe a little bit, right, on and off. But now you have like a system that sends out pitches, and you have
Oh,
direct direction to do so,
oh
right?
yes, yeah. There was telling me like 300, 500 emails a day. I couldn't even do that by itself, and with a kid, there's no way. But now we do. We know how.
Yeah, and then you're reaching out to more qualified, brand owners and decision makers, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And then
We
you're
want
speaking to,
decision makers.
for sure. So how has that made an impact on the growth of your business?
Oh my gosh, I went from gifted to like 600. Yeah, $600 collabs.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh, that's
yeah.
insane.
I'm trying to
What
think of
else?
like the. Oh, sorry about that. He's like
No
banging the wall.
worries.
Yeah, I'm
I
trying to think of
understand.
like one of the highest ones. I was like, yeah, I think it's just 600. I'm trying to still work on one other one, but I know she's busy. I have the product. I think you guys know about it. I have the product, but I haven't gotten in touch with her yet. But that's another 600. Just waiting on her.
Beautiful. Like
It's
the
there.
growth. And yeah, we'll talk about the growth in a second. But even for the people watching that like are so like focused on pitching and they're doing it wrong, they could be doing it wrong. So like you're
Hmm.
speaking. So moral of the story, you're speaking to qualified brands that kind of are actively hiring with budgets, right? And that's kind of
Hmm.
resulting in this progress. Is that right?
Yes, and that's what we want. Quality
Okay.
leads.
And positioning is very important as well as a creator. A lot of creators don't even position themselves right at the beginning. So my question to you is like, how are you kind of positioning yourself now? Because I remember back then you were competing in a very like saturated like
Hmm.
niches, and you still are, but your
Hmm.
positioning has changed, right? So how do you separate yourself
Yes.
now, and what untapped opportunities are you taking advantage of?
So I've learned to say no as well. If brands are saying no to that kind of budget, I'm learning to say no to that. That's what set me. I used to, again, yes, 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 gifted. Now it's like, no, is that even worth my time, my effort, what you're asking me to do for that amount? With my time is more valuable. I'd rather be playing with my baby than doing that. So quality, they should you're gonna get some more respect. Sometimes I'll say no. Later on, I've had some brands come back. They go, you know what? Um, can we recircle and talk about, your strategic UGC? Because it's not just a UGC where people are just making a brand awareness. Usually it's like a brand awareness, but now they want paid ads videos. So it's
how how
different.
how has it helped to negotiate with brand owners? I feel like most creators like can't negotiate their because they're scared of like speaking the brand. So how has that kind of progressed and changed for you?
My gosh, it has changed so much. Because I'm just going to say your program has really changed the way I talk, and being on
Beautiful.
calls with everybody and seeing everybody, the positivity, and doing just calls. You talk to us, and my mindset and everything has changed. I'm like, okay, what's that word, that sales word? I have to memorize some of that. What is this? What's CTA? What's ROAS? What's okay? And a lot of memorization, because you got to embrace it. Again, be obsessed, which I feel like I am. Be obsessed with your business. So, yeah.
Yeah, and that's amazing. And I'm like getting so giddy right now because your progress from at the beginning so different than where you are right now. So I guess like what
Yes.
was your experience going through maybe a couple role plays live with the group and learning proper negotiation strategies? Like did that help your business, and did you know what did it do to your confidence?
Oh, yeah, because I learned that, if the brands are gonna do low balling. I have to say it. I go, oh, okay, if that's your budget, because I always ask, what is your budget? Let's see if what I can help you with. And there are times where I'm like, okay, that budget would be, for me, I'm more comfortable with doing like an IG photo static shout out for my time. That would be respectfully like that. Unless, you would think of the standard rate for one UGC video would be this and this. You
Mm-hmm.
know, that's the negotiation part. So I hope they understand that. And a lot of them do, and a lot of them say no, and that's okay. And I'll be like, we didn't align. Hopefully
It
in the
goes back
future
to
we
your
do.
time. It goes back to your time.
Yes.
It's not going to be worth
Mm-hmm.
your time anyway, right? So doing it right,
Mm-hmm.
essentially you're taking that sifter and you're just
Mm-hmm.
sifting out the brands that
Mm-hmm.
you want to work with until you get the rocks, right?
Yeah. It's like a
So
it's like an interview.
for sure. So it's more so of like you are interviewing them, right? That
Mm-hmm.
positioning. So
Yeah.
what about even like for conversion driven content? You're talking about ROAS and all these things. Like, what about the actual content creation? Like, how do you approach that differently than before?
Oh wow. Okay. Again, I came from Amazon. And not to say bad, but
Was Amazon
because
content more like aesthetic?
it could be more review. So it's like a
Okay.
review. Like sometimes I'm not on the camera. I'm just showing the item. Oh, I think about this item as this and this and
Uh huh.
this. Yeah, cool. But UGC, strategic UGC, is way different. You research, script, edit, film, send it, draft it, da, 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 a lot of steps.
Yeah.
But I love doing it. So that's why I'm here.
Is there any difference between like the content you made then and then now when it comes to aesthetics and how it looks and how you make, systematic and conversion driven UGC?
Yes, it's changed a lot because it's not just, yeah, you could do a review, UGC, depending what the brand wants. You have to always research what the brand wants and listen to them. Like, okay, especially when you do a brand call, and sometimes they don't want to do a brand call. That's fine. We'll just go over it through email. But usually just listen what they want. And sometimes you can be like, your competitor is doing it like this. Do you want to do it like this? Do you want to try it and test it out? And then talk about packages and be like, if you did one, where is it going to go? I'd rather do a brand awareness for one.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Right. That's
100%. And
it.
even like it's all a system, right? Everything's a
Mm-hmm.
system. So like how have systems like all together UGC and outside of like UGC creation, more of like pitching and everything like that, like how have systems changed your life, before and then after using systems
Oh my
in your
God.
business?
Systems helped. It's a volume game, of course. There's no way I could do that every day, like sending at least 300 a day. There's
Oh
no
wow.
way. There's no way. But because having a kid, there's no way. And then
Yeah.
the system, like of course we do end of day reports. I always check on them. I'm like, okay, what's going on here? Oh, it's still
Yeah.
sending. It's doing its thing, and then you get positive replies. You do, and I'm just like, okay. It just weeds out. Some are like not interested. Fine, we don't align. Boom, on to the next. Because there's so many brands. Because it's the abundance mindset for sure.
100%. And that's beautiful that systems are like changing your life already. You're landing all of these collabs. So like what systems are running in the background right now while you sleep, Rubie?
Emails,
Email
emails that,
system.
and so there's coaches that you have told us about, right? So I've talked with a few already. I follow them on Instagram. Some already told me about local businesses in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing that. It's funny that I've been doing that consistently whenever I go out, even with my baby.
Yeah.
There's brand, yeah, and then they reached out to me. Like there was a local brand saying, "Oh, we can do this one for you if you could just give us a reel." And you know what? I'm like, "Hey, it's building my portfolio." So that one,
Mm-hmm.
there's another mama creator. I reach out to her, it's in our group. And then another one who's like an actor told me about backstage. I was like, I took
Yeah.
the plunge and went on there, and I already got like somebody trying to be like, oh, just here's an audition, please do this. And UGC is like that. You got to just do it.
Things are just moving forward, it sounds like.
Yes, there's so
Volume.
many. Yes,
Yeah.
volume is the key.
Beautiful. And that's what I like to hear. So obviously you have like insider information right now that like most UGC creators like actually don't really have. So how does it feel to have access to a bunch of like other coaches and professionals in the community who are actively hiring these UGC creators? For example, Alexander or Will, right? The brand
Mm-hmm.
owners, or myself, right, running the creative agency, or even Emily, the creative agency owner. Does that give you a fresh new perspective coming from people who are hiring these UGC creators?
Mm-hmm. Yes, especially like Emily. She's like, she gives you pointers on, oh, this portfolio, put this, do that. And then there's other people like Austin, I think. He taught us like, put this example, what he does. And I'm just like, so many. You're trying to remember who's who. I'm like, okay, there's another call. Okay, I try to make it. But then we have the recorded calls too, as well, if we can't make it. And then we have the group chat. It's like boom, boom, boom every day. I'm like, let me catch up, let me catch up. And that's why the group is amazing. We got so many coaches, so many people that are willing to help each other and learn and wins. We got so many big wins already in this
It's
course.
insane.
That's
Yeah.
why.
You got many too. You have many too.
We're
So,
getting there.
what
As
are
a
some of your,
mom.
yeah, for sure. I mean, as a mom, you're crushing it. Like, you have a kid, you're busy, you work, but you're still crushing it, you know?
Yeah, thank you.
So, it's very inspiring. So, what are some of like your biggest like takeaways from learning like from advanced like brand owners and creative agency owners and other professionals in the space? Like, what are some of your biggest like takeaways?
One of my, I'm just gonna say I'm thankful. I always want to say thank God that I got to find you guys, because out of all the noise, yes, right? Always, I'm thanking God first, the universe, spiritual,
100%.
whatever, because they land you where you need to be. And with all the noise, I feel like everybody's a guru. Everybody is Chat GPT. I hate to say that, but you have to feel like what's for you. And so my biggest takeaway is I'm so thankful for all the coaches.
Uh
Like
huh.
when I first started, I just knew you, but you take it like this is my baby. I'm gonna put everybody, so it's gonna be accessible and really good for everybody in here. And there's moms, there's people who are in different stages of life that can help everybody, and that's what I love. And different niches. I'm like, oh my
Mm-hmm.
gosh, there's so many people. So I like that. There's like different coaches.
For
That's my
sure.
biggest takeaway on this
And I'm
one.
glad it's making a huge impact on your business. That's beautiful. So like on if we go back like on TikTok, like UGC is portrayed like make 10K a month, right? It's like a boss babe and like receive a bunch of like your favorite makeup for free and like but obviously like you're learning from like real business owners. So how do you feel like your mindset has changed during this whole process of learning this?
Oh yeah, the mindset has changed definitely, because when I think about the TikToks, oh, 10K, boss babe, I was like, is that true? Give me the real number. Like, I don't want just like, was this made on, you know, again, it was this AI. Is this really true? So, but you give us like the real numbers, be like, no, this is it. It's hard work, even wherever stage of life you are in. This is hard work. The mindset will change. You're gonna get, it's up and down. There are times where if you're in the down and if you don't have like a coach or a mentor, sometimes you might be like, I guess it's not for me. And then go back. I hate to say, I'll go back to my 9 to 5 because it's, I know the paycheck's there. Okay. But if you want to level up and you want that a little hold on your hand, which is great because you know it. And I'm like, okay, I need the help because there's no time for me. There's no way I'm gonna figure this out by myself. So it's a great experience. Oh, sorry, I cannot hear you. It got muted.
Okay, I'm good now. Can
There
you
you
hear
go.
me now?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes.
So, with that being said, like you went from thinking like a UGC creator to like a, a strategist. So, how has that made an impact on you?
Oh. Yeah. So of course we start like the basics, and then now you see creative strategy and other people. I'm like, okay, what is this? And then you teach it, and I'm like, okay. So I'm like, it's a big difference where we do take our time, and that's why we charge the way we charge, because we're not just gonna, oh, this is what we're gonna do, whip it up and everything. No, research. We research your competitors. We talk to you. I want to talk to the brand owner. What are your goals? Let's make this work. What's I hope after our package and everything, maybe within 2 weeks, let me talk to you. What went well? Which hook went well? Let me
Yeah,
help you. If you ghost me, then I'm on to the next because I'm always gonna keep going.
yeah,
Hmm.
that's how it goes. So, what about
Yeah.
as an individual, like from thinking like a UGC creator to a business owner? Like, how has that impacted your personal life?
Oh, my personal life is up and down. Not gonna lie, because it's a business owner type thing. But in the beginning, just because of all the info, and then I go, babe, you gotta help me. and I tell my mom, can you please, I need to learn something here really quick, try, and then she'll take care of my son. It,
Uh,
it'll take work in the beginning for sure. It's realistic because it's new to me. I'm a nurse through and through, but
yeah,
sales and this, and if I want to change my life, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. So in the beginning, it's rough, but then now with the repetition, consume your phone. Don't just scroll mindlessly. Look at that brand. Oh, there's a thing. Maybe I can message them, DM them, see if they have UGC relations. Let's make a collab. If no, there's more. There's more. So there you
for
go.
sure. And with that being said, I guess what did your first like big win look like?
Oh my gosh. From actually, it was like a brand call where you improvise. So it was like a recent one.
Okay.
I was trying to like, oh, I don't see you and the camera, and they're like, oh, we don't, our camera doesn't work. Okay, fine. Let me just talk. I'm gonna talk to the screen, and then I just kept going and going, and then for some reason they're like, you know what? Yeah, I didn't know what an influencer versus UGC creator, and then I just went down, looked, told them, here's my portfolio. That was like a
Hmm.
big win, and right then and there, they were like, "Yeah, we're interested." I'm like, "Whoa!" In my head, I'm like, "Oh wow, okay, really? All right, let's do it." And then signed the contract. They sent payment like right away
Oh my
before I even
gosh. How did that
before I
feel?
even I was just like shocked. I was like, "Really?" Screenshotted, sent to my husband. Look at this. He's like, "What?" Because he's a trucker. He's like,
Yeah.
"This is true. This is real." I'm like,
He
"I
needs to
need it
hop into
happening."
UGC as well.
Dude, he can do it. He speaks three different languages. Let him do it.
Tell him to hop in. Come on.
I mean, I told him do TikTok trucker life. People do that all the time.
Oh yeah, true, yeah. So I
Yeah,
guess
they
like
do.
even in your lifestyle, like how has UGC like changed your life?
It has changed my life because I think about it a lot. So when I'm taking care of my son, I think about like when I look at items, I'm like, oh, I could do a review on that. I could
Oh,
watermark it. And if I had time, I always be like, oh, if I have time, I could watermark this, send it to the brand. If not, it's just part of my portfolio.
uh-huh.
I always think of like little things. I have a baby, I have clothes, I have shoes, anything. It's like homework, but it's your business. So I became like obsessed with it, literally.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, which
So
is good.
for sure. And I want to dive into that. Like, how does it feel to like make money online with UGC? I feel like there's a big gap for people transitioning into like online business and you're
Hmm.
able to be profitable with this.
Hmm. Yeah, so I'm from gifted to getting money at least finally, and it gave me more confidence after meeting you and the coaches and everything.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm still new, but after about like what 6 months since I've been with, I'm just guessing, I can't remember, but I think it's 6 months. I'm just like thankful, and it has changed my. I mean, you made money. You're not just doing gifted, so that's what's the
100%.
biggest. Hmm.
So I guess when did you join the program again? I think it was like
That's what I'm trying to remember.
May.
Is it May? I can't remember.
I can't. It was. I think it was April or March, April or May, something like that. Right.
Yeah,
Um,
April, May, June.
maybe like
So
4 months ago ish.
okay, yeah, four. Oh, there you go, four.
Yeah. So
4 months, and I've learned so much, and we've got so many coaches. That's why.
yeah. So I guess like 4 months ago. What's the difference about your like from 4 months ago to now? I should say. What's the difference about your like day to day life? You know, from that.
My day to day is again mindset. Um, Now that when I like go to work, I always think about literally when I go on my break. I think about UGC, and there's sometimes I'm pitching
Mm-hmm.
during my break at work. That's how things have changed. And even when I come home, I go, oh yeah, I gotta remember doing my EOD. Let me look how my systems went while
And it's
it's
one thing.
sending off. Yeah.
It's one thing like changing your like day-to-day task. Of course we have to put inputs in our business, but why are you putting the inputs? Like, how are you feeling about making money online, like your financial uh, freedom goals, right, and your location freedom and your time freedom that's coming? Like, how
hmm
has that made an impact?
Because if I'm at work, I go, okay, my impact is I want to be home and make money from home on my business, what I like to do, which
Mm-hmm.
is UGC. That's what made, you know, 4 months. In 4 months. And it's a great journey. I keep doing it, and every time I clock in, it reminds me I'm like I could be clocking in and doing my own thing, but step at a time. I am a mother. Everybody's journey is different.
Mm-hmm.
Some in this course go faster than others, and that's okay. You celebrate the wins because it's in your group. You're like, dang, they're doing it, and
Uh-huh.
you can do it too. That's the greatest thing.
So what's next for you, Ruby? Like, where do you kind of see this going for yourself?
Oh, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going.
We love that.
Um, I'm gonna keep repeating the systems right now, and again, things change. Like things upgrade, and then maybe another system will change. It's about adapting. One thing
Mm.
might not work from the past. Now something else changes.
With
There's
all of
gonna be
these
a
like
new app. Mm.
with all of these like adaptations, like even in like in the market, right? With the UGC industry as a creator for the past like 4 months, an actual creator for the past 4 months, like how do you see the UGC industry like evolving over time for our viewers watching this?
Oh my god, it's gonna take off. I feel like. I feel like once people know, because there's some people who don't know what UGC means, like me.
Yeah.
Like a year ago, doing Amazon, I'm like, I actually Googled it. What the heck is that? User generated content. I'm like, what? What is it? And then it just went down the rabbit hole. And so I know people are going to start doing it more. And so it's good to have quality, strategic UGC videos. Got to start, got to get there and erase all the noise because I feel like there's going to be more gurus out there. More.
Mm,
But you want the quality type of guru or else your money, you gotta think right.
what would you tell someone that's like in the place you were a year ago? You said you weren't experienced, you're just learning about it a year ago, right? Like, what would you tell someone who's in those shoes right now that's viewing this video?
I'll be like, really think of your priority. If you can do it on your own, great, but you might take longer. If you want
Mm,
somebody to help you and just start, and you want your business to grow faster and you don't want to be left behind because things change fast,
mm-hmm.
jump it. Just you need a mentor, you need a coach. If you want to do it on your own, it's going to take longer because things change fast. So I would
And
be like, just go for it.
how important was having like mentorship in this transformation that you had?
It was very important because my time with my son, and mother, I'm a nurse. How did I become a nurse? I had to go
Mm-hmm.
to school, you know?
Mm-hmm.
How am I going to get to where I want with my business if I don't have somebody to help me out too? I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
take too long. Yeah, you can research all you want, but things constantly evolve. Know your weakness. Like, just know that, oh, I really don't know it. I need to have somebody to help me. So it's a lot of like the ego, if you don't know it, be real with yourself. I don't understand it. Tell it to me like I'm really small. All right, this is what I'm gonna do step by step, and
Would
that's why I got it.
would you recommend this path to like other creators watching this video that might be struggling where you were?
Oh, of course. Of course. Like, if they really want to get their business growing and they want to start, not just like, especially getting gifted, if you're stuck with gifted commission and you don't know how to navigate, how to negotiate,
Uh
you're like an expert negotiator. Oh my God. I
huh.
watch you do these things and I'm just like, gosh, he's so good. I need
You're
to remember
very, very
that.
close. You're very close as well.
Thank you. 4 months, guys. I couldn't even remember because if you guys know pregnancy brain, sometimes I'm like, is it 6 months? I don't know. All I know is I
No
just keep
worries.
going. I just keep going.
Yeah, 100%. And I guess like what's going through my mind right now is like, how do you fully feel about like the investment you made into your education to learn all this stuff?
How do I feel? Oh my God. I, it was a great investment. I can't stress out enough, especially with you brought in such good coaches that are willing to help us.
Blessed.
Like, I was like, what? I'm mind blown. And you just keep us busy. You and you're like Mama Bear. Why aren't we doing this? Get on the call. I'm helping you. I got you the tools. What are you doing? I'm like, all right, yeah, okay, yeah, I got to do that right now. Oh my gosh. And sometimes you need that. You're just so used to what you're used to, but you're not growing. You need somebody to help you, and you did it. And I'm like, okay, I can't be just, what is my investment doing? I got to do something. And here she is trying to help. Hey, what are you doing? Where are you?
Uh-huh.
Hop on a call. Where are you?
Yeah,
It's
for
like it's
sure.
like going to school. You paid for
Yeah.
the semester. Come on.
Yeah, for sure. And what was like your biggest doubt before making the commitment into yourself? And like, what would you say to others like that may be like feeling that same way about that doubt?
So my only doubt was like, because I'm married. I have to always talk about the funds with, can we do this? And just, if you can believe in yourself and you have the commitment to change your life, your time,
Mm-hmm.
just do it. As a mom who's super busy, you can hear him always in the background. If I can do it, just even the little steps make
Mm-hmm.
a big difference. And then you have some coaches on your back. They like, hey, just at least make little sacrifices throughout the day. And then you're going to get
Mm,
obsessed. You're going to be like, oh my God, do I even want to clock in? And then you're going to think about investing. That's a different topic now. You can think
yeah.
about other stuff, about like where you want your money, your hard working money that you have built for your brand.
Yeah,
There's a rabbit hole.
for sure. So, yeah, that's beautiful. And thank you for this call. So, my last question to you is like, where can the viewers find you and follow you and get in touch with you?
Oh, I'm usually more active on Instagram. So
What's your Instagram?
I don't, UGC Rubie, RUBIE, Lapena, LAPENA. And if I don't know, if you could just bloop it there, maybe that'll
Yeah,
help.
we'll help you with that.
Thank you. Yeah, so because it's just, you taught us again, put UGC on there so they know.
Yeah.
SEO it, all that stuff. But yeah, thank you so much. It's a
Guys, everyone
pleasure.
watching this, everyone watching this, go give Rubie a follow right now. She makes amazing content. She's making so much progress. She makes educational content for creators as well, a little bit. So, it's a win-win. But yeah, well, thank you so much, Rubie. Thanks for hopping on, and I really enjoyed this call. And
Yeah,
yeah,
me too.
I'm excited
Thank
for our
you.
next one. All
Yes,
right.
for sure. Thank you guys so much.
All
Stay
right.
blessed, guys.
Thank you.
All right,
Bye.
bye.